Good evening. Right, this campaign has gone on for maybe a couple weeks longer than the regular EU4 ones we have, but it's Pirate Naxos and it's going to conclude tonight. We are Naxos, we are pirates, and not once have we surrendered our glorious home. It might be literally burning down in flames, devastated to heck and back, and I actually don't know how it got all that devastation. It's news to me. We've held out against the Ottomans, we've held out against the many forces of Europe and the wider world, including the Ming, to prove ourselves as the most dominant force on the seas. We are everywhere, whether we have a little pirate or a little island enclave or a massive load of land to our name. We are quite simply everywhere in the world. We ransack the coastal regions. We privateer almost every trade node, but as I'm sure you know, the goal is to make sure that every trade node in the world is like this. Majority pirate share, just like that. There are a few that are untouched. There's the likes of Crimea, there's the likes of Siam, no, not Siam. There's the likes of the Moluccas, and we're poised and ready to jump on those. There is one node in the world that we actually do not privateer, and that is Basra. Or rather, we don't have the range to privateer. We don't have the range because Basra is just that bit away from our island home in Socotra, meaning the last province I believe I need to take for our ambition here is either the island of Hormuz or the island of Awal. Let's be ambitious and go for Hormuz, which means our ex-ally, who we still have a truce with for having broken up alliance with them, needs to go down. We need to prep ourselves for that. And by prep, I mean just get these guys who are already ready and over and on there. We do not have a general ready to knock down those walls. Hopefully we roll somebody with amazing siege ability. I think we're going to have a return of Scipio. Scipio mercenary, no less. They succeeded as an animal in RimWorld, but they do not succeed as a leader here. Oh well, it's better than Nout. Should get you off the boat a lot faster, so forward maneuver could well be very handy. Let's get you on these boats, all of these boats, and get over there. Maybe we have a stop off over in Socotra so everybody can get together and get their units back up to strength. Hormuz, tricky one, right? Allied with Mamluks, Transoxiana and Rwanda. But then you notice Rwanda have no ports. That leaves them safe from my incursions, but not safe from diplomatic plays. I'm going to attack them so that I can get to Hormuz. Hopefully take care of Hormuz's fleets before they take care of my privateering fleet over in Golconda, and then we'll all be happy. Well, I'll be happy. They probably won't be. There are a few things I also want to do. I want to upgrade some of my ships. What was that German phrase for end game or end war? Because that's how I'm feeling about the whole situation. It comes at a great cost, but I'm going to upgrade my galleys here, because there are galleots and galleys, and they're just rubbish, right? We even have archipelago frigates. Whereas what, oh right, archipelago frigates is what we need. Ah, right, Chevex is what I thought was the end one, but no, the archipelago ones are the end. They stick a lot of their sailors back into the sailor pool. 4382 something. Can I get them all upgraded then? Nice, that actually forced the sailors back into the pool there. We've been hurting on sailors, and we continue to hurt on sailors because I simply have so many fleets out and about just causing mayhem. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends who you ask. If you ask me, it's a pretty good thing. So let's spend some time raiding some coasts here, because boy do I want all those slaves. And I should probably also pay a little bit of attention to taking over the sweet money in China. I'm just going to send these folks out to grab all that dosh, and we should be good. And I've got you down there as well. Just show me the money. It's not really the money right now. It is 120% the sailors. There are so many places in the world that I could be raiding, but I'm just focusing on places that are giving me big bang for buck, like these ones here. So over you go, just get me that. Since we privateer almost everywhere, I don't have to worry about much in the way of anti-piracy. There's even you that can just go and... Wow, 2,000 sailors just from around here. And just like that, we have massively made back the sailor deficit that we were eating. I haven't done the Dutch for a while, and that is unacceptable. Simply unacceptable. Let's head out with you, just have a nice little run around here, whilst the others get into position. Try as they might with their anti-piracy, it just won't be enough. Jake, by chance, do you know what the record is for the fattest 3 mountains? I've been searching for it, but I can't find... The best I can find is 1783. That can't be right. I did the 3 mountains faster than that. Multiple times. Then again, that was a long time ago. I'd be surprised if Flory doesn't hold the record for it. Flory's a madman when it comes to speed in this game. Just a madman in general, really. He's great. I also really want to make my way down the economic ideas because I need that finisher. Not so much the development cost reduction, but I need this policy right here for sailors and naval maintenance, because if you haven't noticed, we're building a lot of boats, and those boats need to be active, and active boats cost a lot of stuff. Cost a heck of a lot of stuff. Still, I'm just happy to get back my sailor pool, because we need that. Flory does not like racing for in-game time. Oh, he goes for real time. Thank you, Chinese people. Your donation to the cause is highly appreciated. I mean, everybody hates me, so I don't really worry about the massive negative modifier that I get for opinion. The only person whose opinion matters at least a tiny bit is Russia's, because they're still my ally, and they are key to me being able to privateer up here. White Sea, it only takes 18 or so boats, but we get a massive majority over there. We should be in line for an invasion around Socotra, which is good. I think I will... Okay, we got Klimpy on the case. I think I'll just send a lot of you in. I want to grab Hormuz's navy. Oh, well, what luck. We're looking at it right now. Well, that being the case... I'm gonna have Klimpy take care of you. Klimpy has 3 maneuver, which isn't amazing. And I'm... Oh, well, why not just raid while we're here? I used to care about consistency when it comes to that. When it comes to raiding, so I can keep a good eye of who is where. Once the heavies have cleared the way, then the transports can make their way. Should be easy enough. And all I gotta do is declare war on Rwanda. I won't make Hormuz a co-belligerent, there's very little reason to it. And I'm sure I'll be able to attack Rwanda at some point, so let's just go for it. The island that I still need... I need 1 island over here in the Persian Gulf. And either of these will do, but I'd frankly rather have Hormuz. I mean, just look at that. Who wouldn't want some of that? There's a lot of boats that I need to upgrade as well. I have a lot of cases of... Okay, they're all great frigates, but you folks are not. You're heavy frigates, and those could be a whole lot better. Please raid while you're going around there, because I like Egyptian ducats and slaves. They're just as great as any other. Right. So now we take the fight with Hormuz, and Hormuz is way out of their waters now. If I was attacking in here, it would have been inland seas, and their galleys would have hurt, but now their galleys are pathetic. Simply pathetic. So Klimpy will destroy them. Well, hopefully Klimpy will destroy them. We've got Gujarati forces here. Dang, that was biblical. And we've got heavy ship combat ability on Klimpy, the greatest ability that he could have possibly gotten. We'll liquidate what we stole into more sailors, especially those galleys. Well, after they raid the coast, of course. If they want to run away to there, that's fine. Do they have any... No, that is their entire navy. Well then, time for the grand invasion of Hormuz proper. I worry a bit about their sheer number of units, but hopefully I'll be able to scare them off long enough to get that capital. Then I'll hold it with my navy. and then we just simply take down Rwanda. Easy money. Almost as if I thought it all through. Whilst this is going on, I would actually like to make sure that Japan is perfectly unified religiously as well. It's only right. 69 boats. 50, 60... Okay, so they got 2 boats floating around that I don't know about. I guess that's fine. Two boats, no matter how good they are, will not be able to stand up to my mighty transports here. Wonderful thing about Socotra is because it touches on all 3 of these sea provinces, you can raid within 2 tiles of any of them. Also thanks to the free manpower. So from here you can raid here and all the ones adjacent here, including here, here, and here. And also here it's step 1, 2. So we were able to raid here, but we won't be able to raid in the Straits of Hormuz. At least until Hormuz is mine. Speaking of which, let's make Hormuz mine. When did Hormuz alliance break? I broke my alliance with Hormuz just 2 or 3 years ago, because I knew I needed one of these islands, and they were getting entangled in so many wars. It just seemed right. When somebody is no longer worth their salt, you just cut them off. Some might see it as tragic, but others are correct and see it as necessary. So taking it like this isn't quite enough. I'm going to blow those walls down so that we can take this as quickly as possible. I'm going to hope to get it in 1 tick. If I don't, I might just assault. Depends how much I think I'm going to be at risk. Okay, well I don't think I'm at risk at all because that's their army getting bashed to bits and it's about to die in Hormuz. How tragic for them. And because they tried and failed to relieve it, we got some lovely siege siege support for us. Now I don't block the straits with my boats because they still control both sides of it. Oh, is that another bunch coming to die? It's fine by me if they do. They're still running away. Alright, I don't need to assault that. I don't see any risky biscuits coming our way. Although I would quite like to make a move and take out their navy entirely. It feels like a splendiferously cruel thing to do. I would actually like to bring some galleys over here to protect, but they're up. Wait, I had more galleys here. Well, I thought I had more galleys here, but I've been wrong before. God, they're rubbish as well. Let's get them upgraded. Costs money, but money is one thing that we actually have in this campaign. It took a while, but we're able to have actually good income now, and a whole load of surplus. And that surplus is, in my view, very well spent improving the quality of our navy. I actually want you guys back here right now to upgrade as well. So I'm going to upgrade these ships fully. Great frigates are just so much better than everything else, and have them join the privateering of Constantinople once they're done. Heavy frigates are okay. I mean, they have 4 trade power each, but great frigates have 5, and they both cost the same to maintain. Is there anybody else who's not pulling their weight? Those are all, well, they're almost all good frigates. Not all of them, though. I should probably bring them into Dorset and get the ones upgraded that I can. Detach the damaged ones and set the rest to privateer. And then those that are actually getting their numbers back. Once they're done repairing, I will also have them privateer, because the English Channel is still worth good ducats to me. Happy days. And whilst not much else is going on, how could I resist the opportunity to do some raiding around Bornholm? And that's it. Hormuz is ours. Thanks to the sailors, thanks to the money. Let's go see what's happening there. Somebody said, will we hit 100,000 sailors? I think we will. It's certainly possible. Okay, with this done, I still need to hold this area, so I'm going to detach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 heavies to hold this. Might seem like overkill, but actually, I would quite like to get rid of this fleet, so yeah, we're gonna have you guys get on that boat and come over here. I'm not particularly scared of Hormuz sending an army over here. Our fleet will get there in time to stop them. Well, I'm quite certain of that. I could be wrong. I'll certainly be wrong before, but I don't think I'll be wrong today. Bit overkill, but let's get rid of that fleet once and for all. Seems like the Ottomans are at war with Poland and Italy. Shouldn't be a big deal for us. Religious map mode. Catholicism is rife in Europe, the middle of Scandinavia, Iberia, and the very tip of Spain. Wait, Italy. Italian Spain, or Spanish Italy. Otherwise, the New World is... well, the northern New World is dominated by Catholicism. The south is just clown puke. Can't wait to right some border wrongs with Spain. So holding Hormuz is nice and all, but I can't take it just like that. I need to go and lay the smack down on Rwanda, and trust me, I will. We'll take over Masira, slaughter that navy, and then I'm sailing down to take care of Rwanda. Of course, I hope I get military access through to Rwanda. I might not, but at the very least, I'm sure... Okay, I'm sure someone will let us get there. There we go, I get conditional access to Burgundy. So I can land here, take a stroll through these horrible provinces, and as long as I siege up his capital, wherever it is... ugh. It's a fortified capital, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We'll take him down. Jeez, the Reformation didn't screw around this time. It really didn't. Norse New World? Yeah. Our friends in Vinland, I say friends because we've never been to war with Vinland, which is quite unusual. Our friends in Vinland are treason. Do I even know what professionalism is? Oh, kind of. But not enough to care. Our friends in Vinland have supplied us with plenty of sailors and dosh throughout the years, and I do appreciate that. Cowardly forces of Hormuz, but there's no way they'll win. That said, didn't they have a flagship? I guess it was Gujarat that got the event for sinking it, because Gujarat commanded that fight. I love that we call them the vile pirates of Morocco, as if we have even a leg to stand on when it comes to that. Let's take over our Worcestershire sauce before we head on over to Rwanda. Good lord, I love having all these ducats. These are also plain old frigates. I should find the other frigates that need to be upgraded. Oh yeah, how about these old ass galleasses? Those need to be upgraded as well. Some of these are Shebeks. What I'll do is I'll have 5 of these crummy frigates out here, and I shall upgrade you and have those all together. These guys might only be at 1%, but they do repair at sea because maritime ideas are better than anyone gives them credit for. You folks also need to repair up pretty badly, and there's a shipyard here, so let's have you guys upgrade as well. Costs a lot of money, but in my eyes, highly necessary for the functioning of our state. These guys are mostly great. Well, they're great frigates, which is just great. Doing the Baltic Sea, that's probably overkill, right? Yeah, probably. In the same way that this is overkill. I should do a run around my ships down the line to see who needs upgrading. Like I said, heavy frigates are okay, but if I spot, say, some early frigates or regular frigates, then I'll definitely want those upgraded. So much privateering, it brings a tear to my eye. Doing Beijing, doing Hangzhou. There's a lot of trade power here, so of course I need a lot of ships. I'm not doing Nippon yet, but I will do Nippon. I will also destroy, or rather liquidate, these navies, because they're not of great value to me. Jake, how's day 2 of Free Life treating you? I believe this is day 3. We're on Friday, right? My watch would normally tell me, but I'm cooking something and keeping an eye on a timer. But that aside, I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Say goodbye to your precious fleet, Hormuz. I have enormous engagement width because I took the age bonus for it. And I don't regret doing so one bit. Alright, let's get FOB here. It is time to hit up our good friends over in Rwanda. Hang on, Russia's right here, and I have fleet basing rights with Russia. And if Spain gives access to Rwanda, which they don't, if Portugal give Rwanda, which they don't, alright, guess it's Burgundy I go then. Means to an end. Something I truly love about this game, and will probably never not love, is that there are many ways to victory. Winning on the high seas can be pretty great, but winning diplomatically, that's the trick. Hi Jake, hi everyone, how long's the stream been live? Since that question comes up so often, I'm highly surprised that Twitch don't actually have an integrated way of showing that. But we've been live for a staggering 27 minutes, 5 of which was just the starting up time. Hello Rwanda! They're probably going to try to de-siege this, which is not going to be of much use for them. Interesting way to see how different it is having Scipio. Scipio having that extra maneuver got him in here a lot faster. Also, Rwanda are tech level 22, we are at 26, which gives us 0.5 tactics over them and 1 whole morale. So no matter how good their ideas are, they are not, we'll be able to wipe the floor with their pathetic units, who are heading over to, oh, just the way we're going no less. We'll let them get locked in, and then Scipio will be able to avoid any river crossing penalty. Yep. And then it's onwards to their capital. Take their capital down, and then the rest of the whole nation will fall, and I'll get my peace deal. And all while we're doing this, we have a whole load of boats being created. In fact, we have so many boats. Oh wow, I didn't even feel that. So many boats that we're going to be going over the force limit by over 1,000. Which is fine, that's exactly what we're intending on doing. Let's purge all these horrific Shintoists. Feels good having money. It feels so damn good having money. That said, the fleet maintenance is growing a lot. Dangerously lots. Yeah, I don't mind getting myself some Republican tradition. We got this guy, who will hopefully live long and prosper since he's a scholar. Scholar's a great thing, and now that I have all the institutions, I don't have to worry much about that. Jake, will you be buying all the DLC and texture packs when you leave Powered? Ah, cribbins. They didn't want to make it easy. They knew I was going in for the final one here. Why are the Spanish attacking me? They want my colony of Tiwi. Oh, does this mean Russia's going to say no? No, Russia joined in, so did Transoxiana and Nassau. But Portugal have joined Spain. That's a bit of a pain. If there are heavies around here, they're going to do some damage to my boats. Oh, good grief, this is going to be painful to sort out. And difficult to resolve, especially since I'm a bit busy right now. And then again, could be my opportunity to finally seize Yolingu, if I ever remember to take that. Slight problem is that I'm active around here, and Portugal and Spain probably want to slaughter me here. Possibly. Dang, the existence of their navy is gonna cause a real pain for me. At least these guys are all fully fledged 3-deckers, so let's get you out there to cause some problems. And then I have all of you folks, which I thankfully fully upgraded now. And I'll just have you kind of sitting around spying on their navy. Where else are they going to be causing us problems? I don't think this is going to be a problem area, and I have heavies to deal with it. This could be a hotbed. This could be trouble because they are right next to Draken, and they could take it over. And I never did station much of a heavy fleet, or any heavy fleet, over here to take care of that. Russia are around, God bless, but that probably won't be enough. Where are all my heavies these days? Those are transports, and this is the Maritime Museum. Granted, all heavies, but I don't want to commission those for war. I must have other heavies that I'm not remembering about. We have 37 over here, which is far too many. I could split that in half and send half of them over here to just torture anybody that tries for Draken. But I want an admiral for them, and I'm sure there's no admiral quite as experienced as Guy Lemo. Debatable, but get over there. Spare Draken at least, because they're certainly going to take these. And the war is for Tiwi. I don't claim to know where Tiwi is. Oh, well that's cute. I just need to take this over and I'll ticking war score for that. Jake, are you in Scotland or Sweden? I am in Sweden. And the question that's been coming up a lot is, will you be moving back to Scotland? And the answer is, oh no. Okay, this could cause some real problems if they gun me down in... Good God! That's a lot of heavies. That is so many heavies. More admirals are needed for a fight like this, so we're gonna bring in Major. You know, I have so much naval tradition, I would have thought we'd get some better admirals at this point, but I thought wrong. Pasai are entering a coalition against us, so people are seeing that I'm in a bit of a pickle, and thinking now's the time to coalition me. Mamluks might join, but surely the two of them alone won't manage. Nah, they bring in Hadramut. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Oh wow. After boarding our latest prize, we discovered the cargo holds to be packed with captive slaves. 20,000 manpower, 30,000 sailors. Liberate them, let them live free in Naxos. If I didn't have War Against the World doctrine, I would be able to just liquidate them into dosh, which is my favorite way to liquidate people. Diplomatic reputation sabotaged by the bastards in... Okay, everybody wants me dead. They know it's end game for me. Well, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough, because you guessed it, in comes our navy with Major. Don't know where those heavies are gonna go. Okay, they want to take shelter in Mitia. Shouldn't be too hard for us to take down. But there's another bunch of my galleys around here, right? This would be tragic if the Ottomans declared war upon me now, because my fleet's a bit busy. I'll send some of you over there and keep some of you back in case the Ottomans get a bit itchy on the trigger finger. The slavers are fielding absolutely chunky slave ships. Must have been chunky to hold that many slaves. How far are we from the ideal of piracy, says Lariz. If I beat off all these Spaniards and the coalition that's forming, I think we're onto a winner here. But I need Rwanda down and out. Hormuz are getting these occupations back, that's fine. I never took them with any degree of permanence. Although I do not want Draken falling. Jinx, what are you doing around here? I mean, really, what did I send 9 great frigates to do? 9 will not get Zanzibar particularly well. That said, that's pretty impressive. I'm looking at you, Portugal. Those are ships that need to go. And I want my ships back somewhere relatively safe. Boy, sure feels good slaughtering the Portuguese for breakfast. It's practically the national pastime here. Naxos is making gains, sure. Might as well raid while we're here, you know? Show those Spaniards what we're made of. Although I think, yeah, I've been beaten to the raiding punch by all the Berbers. What a shame. Those are just some transports of the Spanish. I should be fine because we have tons of durability. And they, it has to be said, do not. I'll send you over to blockade the Portuguese, and I'll admire all my light ships that are ready to rock and roll over there. And over here. Can't help but feel that I really should be getting on some more privateering. I should also be adding some of these back to trade leagues. I know I pulled some of them out in order to do some hanky-panky with coal. I can't remember what it was, but I remember doing it. Why did I pull you out, and did it have something to do with this? There was a reason that I pulled you out of the trade company, but it's lost on me. Oh well, don't need to worry about my light ships just now. We're still making buckets of ducats. Nice to see Russia taking the fight for me. He's losing the battles, which is really unfortunate, but he's trying. He is trying, damn it. And I'll be raiding while I'm going around here. I win the battles on the sea, Russia loses them on the land, it all balances out quite nicely. Oh boy, he really does lose them on the land. Because he's coming in with nothing but infantry. What a fool. What a fool's fool. If I had achievements enabled, I would have gotten the better than PT What's-His-Face with that. Just privateered over 100 ducats off of a trade fleet. Gold fleet, rather. This isn't too shabby at all. Although let's, of course, raid and raid often. Still waiting on Rwanda falling. If the Spaniards and the Portuguese get the bright idea to attack me in Rwanda, I'd be in trouble. Ahaha! Tell me, did we have a Spanish flagship on our side? No, we did not, but now we do. Wait, I lost? That doesn't sound right. Ah, they brought heavies in. Cheap buggers. Who even are you? Oh, you're the ones doing Coromandel. Yeah, this is the problem of fighting Spain. They're everywhere. Like, truly everywhere. How am I meant to fight all of these heavies? I just don't know. I also don't know where you're off to. Ninny What's-Its Ridge? He's heading over here. This isn't a job for Klimpy. This is a job for you, who could still potentially be led by Klimpy. If they're going over to that ridge, I want to get them destroyed. I obviously have a battle going on with the Spaniards, in which I stole their flagship. Huh. Yeah, we might even lose, but we grabbed it. Wait, was that the battle? Well, we're still winning, even though they have heavies, which feels amazing. There we go. Got ourselves a Spanish heavy ship. A two-decker at that. There's a big risk that you're actually going to get hammered if I keep you around here. So I will actually pull you back for a bit. Potentially even to here. So you can take care, get repaired up and all that. Hi Jake, I'm a YouTube scrub and first time watching live. I wanted to say thank you very much for your streams and videos. I wish you a lot of fun, all the best for your next step in your life. Well, thank you. Going full-time was a ballsy choice, but already I feel like it was a good one. Good grief, the Spaniards are everywhere, and they disgust me everywhere they are. Okay, is this what they were up to? They're hiding out in Asieti. That means I could pick you up and go and bulldoze them, and I like the idea of bulldozing Spaniards, so let's make it happen. But Rwanda's holding out remarkably well. Oh, excellent, there we go. Smithian economics, get production efficiency, that's going to be big for us, and a whole load of policies. Discipline, land leader fire. Both of those sound better than these, so let's get rid of that and get ourselves that sweet discipline. Not that we fight that many fights on the land. Goods produced and production efficiency, heavens yes. Better than state maintenance and liberty desire. And the real coup de grace, the Recruitment Act, National Sailors and National Sailor Maintenance Modifier goes down. That should allow me a whole lot more sailors. It'll cost me dip, sure, but that's okay. I could kill my trader to save some prestige. But he's pretty good and I'm not a monster, so I'll just ignore those heretics. Any hints for what your next campaign is? Yes, it's actually going to vote right now. Oh, son of a gun, they're on Draken already. Not Draken. Oh, heavy frigates, I quite like those. Dang, I did not get there quite in time. However, I could liberate Draken. Do you think 39 unled people could take on 30 something led people? No, they're also unled. Dang. Just dang. Alright, how many boats have I got here? 42. It's not that many. I will need Draken back. I'll get you recruited up for, and then we're taking that over. Where did I recruit those from, by the way? Please don't tell me here. Oh, that's silly. That is beyond silly. They got recruited from behind a massive queue of ships. Let's have them done here, here, and here. And then we'll sail on over and try to blast the Draken free. I'm not looking for any big win over Spain, although let's ensure that this isn't even a question. It's Rwanda I need destroyed. There we go. Now Rwanda, they've lost their capital. That's not quite enough for them to give me the province that I want. But maybe if I go and slaughter their army and then divide up and siege their land, they'll think differently. Then I can free up Scipio for other endeavors. Tell me, Jake, why are you not using the Organized Marines Act? Do you perhaps mean this one, Morale of Navies? Because I don't need morale. Our navies are so good, it doesn't even come down to a morale question. Durability is so high that we don't die. Speaking of people that die, hello Rwanda. Goodbye Rwanda. Has that changed your mind? Almost. I think we just split up and take over Rwanda, no questions asked. No quarter asked for, and certainly none given. Now for the trick that everyone wonders how I do it. I click to somewhere and then I press V, and that detaches the bottommost army from the selection. And we're good. And that'll get me the piece that I want with Rwanda. No doubt at all. Alright, so we're spying on you. I'm going to kill them and then destroy that Spanish fleet. I'm still going to be very sad over Draken. Very sad. I'll get it back though, it's not a big deal. Kiel when truce is up. I hope they don't join the cause against me. There's no need for me to push Rwanda much further. All I want is this one province off of Hormuz. I mean, I could take money, but I'm drowning in money, so there's no point in elongating this any further. Just give me that. Bonus if it black flags my troops. It did not. Must mean I had access here. Yeah, because they granted to Spain now. That's a problem. That's a sizable problem. Let's get up to somewhere that has the most supply limits. Ugh, that's you. We'll get together and then we will get on that boat as quickly as possible because I don't want to be intercepted by Spaniards. I wish to be the one intercepting the Spaniards. Any New World coal that the Spanish might have, not that I could take, because we have our definition of island, and I don't want to go outside of that. Oh, right. I was wondering what was stopping me there, but of course I could get even more naval morale, but like I said, morale is not what's deciding things for me. Oh, by the way, let's just raid some coasts while we're here, because we're nice like that. What better way to say hello to our new neighbors than to raid their coasts? Hello, Iberian shelf battle. Who has the gumption? Portuguese heavies, that's who. Dang, if I'd known that was going on right next door, would have dropped in unannounced. Can't get there quite fast enough. I wonder if I could actually track them down without... I'm not going to bother. Really not going to bother. If they weren't about to get Draken, I'd be out of this war quite quickly. And I do want to be out of the war because it makes me look quite vulnerable. Well, that's our units together. Hopefully looking considerably less vulnerable when they are all together like that. Now let us... Look, I am the masterful tactician. I'm saying where you're going here. And you're going up there. I'll keep you there so I have an eye on my enemies. I'll move you up there so I'm ready to intercept. Alternatively, we could go in here and get straight onto the boat. Yeah, that might be for the better. Good old... Well, if I have the naval access, might as well use it. I'm gonna miss you, Draken. You're a very special game. Hilariously, it's not worth a lot of war score, so I might not even need to take it back. Those are just Portuguese lights, nothing to worry about. That said, though, why give them any quarter when I could not give them quarter? Conversion of the Japanese continues as it should. I am the one under blockade apparently now. Oh, right, they want to take this over. Kinda glad I erected the forts that I did. They might be crummy, but they keep the place under wraps. Channel Questionnaire 2019, your response has been recorded, says Clannad RS. Hope you got a lot of good info. Oh yeah, so I have a questionnaire at the top of the screen, or the top of the stream. I would very much appreciate it if you took some time to answer it. I will be doing a video chewing into those responses. Still need more frigates. Always need more frigates. I see my lack of frigates and think, no, we need more. Many more. Once I get out of this war, things should get a lot easier. Frigately speaking. I can almost wipe peace out with Spain. Now you might think, why not just go and take everything you can off of them, but it doesn't fit in well with our plans here. That said, annihilating their fleet always fits in with plans. Scipio, get on those boats and get over there. We are now the papal controller. Had to happen eventually. There we go. Let's invest in being the next one as well. And, well, boy would I love to excommunicate you, but in the age of absolutism and reformation, religious influence in politics has decreased. If only this was... No, let's not say that. Still, being the courier controller has its benefits there. Diplomat prestige, advisor cost, tech cost. Aggressive expansion impact, but maybe a bit late for that one. I want peace so I can consolidate my pirate control of the seas. But I also really want to kill these Spaniards for doing what they did to me there. Is the Pope still around? Nah, Pope disappeared long ago. We've been Pirate Pope, we've been Pirate Elector, we've been Pirate many things in this game, and it's all good. You know, if there's one thing I do want off of Spain, it's this province. I don't like what they're doing for Australia here. One thing that is a priority is making sure that I don't have land connection with... basically, I don't share an island with people that I don't want to share an island with, like... Spanish Eto Wayeli is a bit of a problem. I might want to make a coordinated effort to make this island my own, because it results in things like this. And I don't like things like that. Even though, as areas go, it is awful. Let's kick these guys' arse and then force Spain out of here. How dare you defeat me on the seas? Like, anywhere ever. Gonna move you over to somewhere with a slightly better supply limit, so we can move you around. Fortunately, I'm getting a ticking war score all the time here. Ooh, yeah, this is also nasty of them. Let's upgrade our ships while we still can. Although I could also just stop him coming on in, but I might get attacked by these other stronger ships. But the development there is pretty good. See, this is what makes fighting Spain such a pain. He's everywhere. I can't keep my eyes everywhere. I'd rather fight him on my own terms. The fact that he brings in Portugal just adds to the troubles here. And the fact that he's grabbing forts off of me too. But at least I get to blow the Spaniards off of this island. I become ruthless, and then that is mine, and then we win, just like that. Do I want to push this war further? Not really. There's little that I could imagine I'd like to get out of this. Money might be nice, but I make tons of money. So I'm happy enough taking this one province. Yeah, even the Portuguese don't have stuff that... Hang on, I wouldn't mind... I really wouldn't mind one of these. Maybe even both of these, but that might be overkill. Yeah. Yeah, how about the Catholic one? Alright, changed my mind. I do want something out of you. Or something more out of you. No ongoing battles, but there's sure sugar about to be when I knock these out. Naxos making gains helped me there. But every passing month there's more that helps me on that front anyway. Every month the war has gone on for longer. Yeah, good riddance to that. Every month I get more ticking war score, and then I have battles like this where I just eradicate some of their fleet because we're badass like that. That's a free 3-decker that I want. Great frigates are nice, but away they go for sailors. So we bring... Actually, except for the pirates, we bring you all together. And just bring you into port, because you always cost me sailors. I'm gonna need a job for all these folks. I wonder if there's supply in Hormuz. There is. Sweet. I'm just gonna bring you over to Hormuz to chill out for a while, because it's probably going to want to rise up sooner or later. Nice province, but not nice enough for me to state. In fact, it doesn't even matter to me much, but absolutism is still nice. What a coward. He wants peace already. Well, like I said, peace is good for me because I can feel the vultures circling. And if I can get these two provinces, then Australia suddenly looks a whole lot nicer, doesn't it? Get that core going there. Not even any problems there. God bless. War against the world. Even the ass song has come on to congratulate us for the victory. Let's get these galleys back from whence they came over to Naxos and try to savour ourselves a bit of these sailors. Alright, maximum 100,000 reached, but it's not increasing because I still have loads of people out at sea. There's no war going on, so I should be able to send one of these two-deckers. Needs to... I really need to defend this place better in general. How about we just keep 20 ships, or even 21 ships around here. These heavy frigates go away. You just protect Draken overall. Shouldn't need an admiral for that. And La Duquesta joins the Maritime Museum of Captured Flagships. You folks... oh, that's right, you're unupgraded, aren't you? Heavy frigates and regular frigates are all well and good, but I want only the best. Helps you survive in those battles. And then that should make sure that Orashut remains ours. And you just join folks in Draken. There we go. The great naval organization is coming. So that, with the securing of Hormuz, slightly complicated by that attack by the outrageous Iberians, we're able to privateer everywhere. It's just a case of getting the boats for it, and the boats are on their way. That's not where this campaign ends, though. There's an extra to all of this. Thank goodness for national unrest, guy. We have so many unrest problems. Gonna core this up, and which is more, we're gonna add it to our trade company here. We're starting to get a whole load of boats now. I'm thinking, let's just grab the whole lot of them. Ignore the ones that are currently working. And ignore the Maritime Museum. That's a lot of them, right? Nobody's currently working out of the ones I've got. I should hope not. Oh, right, there are the transports. Let's get them all down to Cornwall. It's a nice place to organize them. Cogwall, rather. And then it's time to add our might to the seas. So ignoring you. Oh, and if you control drag, you only select navies. It'll ignore. It will ignore armies. Another thing you could do is just select one boat and then control select all the others. That should be all of you. I don't want you though. We'll bring you over here. The placement of some of my navies is of extreme importance, because it stops people from crossing straits and giving me a lot of grief. I have a disturbing lack of heavy boats around here now, though. Maybe of course, you 15k don't need to be there. I want you over there to protect the Straits of Johor. So, lots of ships. Many lots of ships. Perhaps even too many lots of ships. 50k of you, please privateer in the Moluccas. A different 50 or so of you, please privateer... No, we're already privateering there. I'm basically just wanting to do the privateering of Asia now, so that we have it under wraps. Do we privateer Canton? We do not, even though it has barely any money and it's all flowing out. And that leaves us with these folks, who should be privateering in Nippon. And Chiron is not being done, unfortunately. So